Did it go beep? Is it recording?
Yep.
Chapter 7, Episode 7. The phone rang. Silversnake! Good morning, Mr. Silversnake. Mr. Rutherford is here to see you. Thank you, Ines. Send him in. Mr. Rutherford walked in trying to look like he wasn't nervous, but not doing a very good job of it. He stood before Silversnake's desk and wasn't certain if he should sit down or put out his hand. Silversnake smiled at him and nodded to the chair. I have been looking over our contract. Yes, sir. I noticed we forgot something. Oh? We live in troubled times. Mr. Rutherford hadn't noticed. The commission check for the contract with Silversnake paid for the new Mercedes he had wished for since he started selling insurance 20 years earlier. I am aware that the amendment may cost a little more, but I must insist on the changes. Certainly. I need to be insured against terrorist attack. You are. I want it to include terrorist attack that can destroy the towers. I need the words jumbo jet and attack and insured in one clear sentence. Rutherford was a little confused. He knew Silversnake was extremely pedantic. He, however, was also extremely rich and had everything insured with the company Rutherford represented. Even their cook was insured with him. $3.5 billion for a hit tower. Rutherford had been taking notes. He noted the last comment. Was the man mad? What were the chances of someone stealing a jumbo jet, flying it into a tower, and the tower being completely destroyed? Damn close to zero, Rutherford thought. He was going to ask if he should put in an Ice Age clause or an asteroid clause. What about attack from six-legged spacefaring aliens? Godzilla, the space station. Will that be a problem? I can't imagine. It will have to be approved. Then we can rewrite the contract. Is there anything else? Do you like the theater? The theater? Well, yes. Here you are. Take your wife to the theater and out to dinner. Silversnake handed Rutherford an envelope. He held it in his hand and wondered at its weight. He didn't need to open it to understand that it was a bribe. But there was no need for a bribe. Our meeting is confidential. Isn't that right, Mr. Rutherford? Of course it is. Then, so is any little bonus I care to give you for some personal attention to my insurance needs. As you say, Mr. Silversnake. You call for an appointment when the contract is corrected and send us the bill should our rates change. I don't imagine your rates will be changed. This looks like a minor detail. Silversnake stood up and held his hand out to signify the end of the meeting. Thank you, Mr. Rutherford. I will sleep better knowing I am safe. A pleasure and good day. No, wait, hang on. Rutherford tossed his things into his briefcase and headed for the elevator. When he watched the number go down, he wasn't smiling. He was sure something really fucked up just happened. Jumbo jet terrorist attack insurance. He would have to put it in the contract and not bother with approving it. They weren't in a position to say no. Bloody hell, Silversnake was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to them. He was nervous when he stepped out of the elevator. He noticed two security guards looking at him as if holding back laughter. They were. It was a form of entertainment to speculate what had happened to anyone who went into Silversnake's office. He got fucked. Royally fucked. Rutherford walked back to his car, paid his 45 minutes and drove to his next appointment where he hoped to sell something other than jumbo jet terrorist attack insurance. Before he went into the next meeting, already 30 minutes late, he peeked into the envelope. The tickets were box seats for the marriage of Figaro. He saw 3 digits on the price and let them fall back in. What would he tell his wife? The truth, he guessed. But not about the money. Not until he made sense of $30,000. Rutherford sent the abridged insurance contract to Silversnake's office by overnight courier. It was in Silversnake's inbox when he came in at 8:30 in the morning. He opened the envelope with the 2 copies of the contract and scanned the document to find the terrorist attack clause. He smiled, signed the space beside the yellow stick-it note that said, "Sign here and return." The document was put in the return envelope and handed to Miss Cohen. Please have this couriered straight away. Miss Cohen pressed her speed dial button for the courier, and Silversnake took the elevator to the executive food court to meet his daughter for breakfast. Emma smiled when her father sat down to join her. "How are you, Daddy?" "I'm very good. And how is my lovely daughter?" "She's not bad, suffering a little from disassociation." Silversnake smiled. Emma took everything a little too seriously. She had spent years looking for a meaning to life and had come up empty. It wasn't a suicidal kind of empty. She had good days, at least moments where the vast meaningless universe didn't haunt her. "Any luck with the city commissioners?" "No, they won't budge." "Oh, that's too bad. What can you do?" "I will have to take a different approach, but let's not spoil breakfast with tedious difficulties." That left business or the weather. Like her father, Emma was a business graduate. After her quest for meaning, she settled on money. Money couldn't buy anyone meaning, but it was a hell of a lot better than poverty and hopelessness.